Giganotosaurus versus Allosaurus, who would win? Have you ever imagined what would happen if two of history's deadliest predators faced off? Today we dive into a prehistoric battle between Giganotosaurus, one of the largest metasaurs to ever walk the earth, and Allosaurus, the fierce butcher lizard that once ruled the Jurassic period. This isn't just a fight, it's a clash of evolution, strategy, and raw survival. To set the stage, let's remember that these two dinosaurs never coexisted. Allosaurus lived around 155 million years ago in the late Jurassic, while Giganotosaurus roamed South America about 98 million years ago in the late Cretaceous. But what if we brought them together for the ultimate test of strength? Giganotosaurus was a true giant, stretching up to 43 feet long and weighing as much as 8 tons. Its sheer size gave it a commanding presence on the battlefield, towering over most of its prey. With blade-like teeth and a powerful tail, it was built for hunting massive herbivores. Allosaurus, in contrast, was smaller but no less deadly. Growing up to 33 feet long and weighing around 2 tons, it relied on agility, pack hunting tactics, and precision strikes. Its jaws may not have been as strong as Giganotosaurus, but they were designed for repeated slashing attacks. So what happens when the giant meets the agile predator? Imagine an open plain where time itself bends, bringing these two apex predators face to face. The ground trembles under Giganotosaurus's steps, while Allosaurus circles with calculated movements, its eyes locked on the massive challenger. The battle begins with Allosaurus making the first move. It dashes in quickly, snapping at Giganotosaurus's legs, aiming to weaken the giant by targeting its mobility. Dust rises, and the sound of claws scraping against scales fills the air. Giganotosaurus retaliates with a massive swing of its tail, narrowly missing Allosaurus, but sending shockwaves across the ground. The power behind that strike is enough to crush bones if it connects. The size difference is obvious, but Allosaurus is quick on its feet. The smaller predator strikes again, landing shallow bites along Giganotosaurus's side. These wounds aren't fatal, but they add up. Allosaurus fights like a boxer, quick, sharp hits, relying on endurance rather than one decisive blow. But Giganotosaurus won't be taken down so easily. With a sudden lunge, it snaps its massive jaws at Allosaurus, missing by inches. The sheer force of its bite could shatter bones instantly, and Allosaurus knows one mistake could mean death. The fight turns into a dance of strategy. Allosaurus keeps circling, darting in and out, while Giganotosaurus waits for the perfect chance to strike. Every roar echoes across the plain, a reminder of the stakes in this life-or-death encounter. Finally, Giganotosaurus lands a strike. Its jaws clamp down on Allosaurus's back, teeth slicing through muscle. Allosaurus thrashes violently, clawing at the giant's face, leaving deep scratches along its snout. The air is filled with blood and dust. Allosaurus pulls free, but the damage is severe. It limps, breathing heavily, yet it refuses to give up. Its survival instincts push it forward, launching another attack at Giganotosaurus's leg in a desperate attempt to even the odds. The smaller predator sinks its teeth into the flesh near the knee, tearing through muscle. Giganotosaurus roars in fury, its massive head swinging down to crush its opponent. The plain shakes as the clash reaches its peak. Giganotosaurus slams Allosaurus to the ground with sheer weight. Its jaws lock onto the neck of the smaller predator, pressing harder and harder. Allosaurus kicks and claws, but the giant's power is overwhelming. In this imagined scenario, the fight ends with Giganotosaurus standing victorious. Its size, strength, and endurance are simply too much for the smaller but quicker Allosaurus to overcome. The giant roars into the sky, battered but still the apex predator. But what does science suggest? Fossil evidence shows that Allosaurus was an efficient hunter, possibly attacking in packs, using teamwork to overwhelm larger prey. Alone, it may have lacked the firepower to bring down a predator as massive as Giganotosaurus. Meanwhile, Giganotosaurus wasn't just strong, it was specialized for hunting giants like Argentinosaurus. Its blade-like teeth and sheer size gave it an edge in battles of brute force. Against a single Allosaurus, the outcome seems clear. However, if multiple Allosaurs had attacked at once, the story might be very different. Their pack strategy could have overwhelmed even a titan like Giganotosaurus, showing that numbers and intelligence often rival brute strength in nature. This battle also highlights the diversity of evolution. Allosaurus thrived in the Jurassic, ruling its ecosystems with speed and strategy. Giganotosaurus, millions of years later, dominated the Cretaceous as a solo hunter of giants.
Oh.
Both were kings in their own right. In a way, this fight isn't just about who wins. It's about appreciating the incredible adaptations that made each predator successful in its time. Speed versus size, strategy versus brute force. Evolution always finds a way. So, if these two dinosaurs ever did meet, the outcome would likely favor Giganotosaurus in a one-on-one fight. One that defined the Jurassic Opsa hunter. One that defined the Jurassic apex predator role for millions of years. Imagine watching this fight unfold in person. The roars echoing for miles, and the clash of titans leaving the land scarred. It's a scene both terrifying and awe-inspiring. This scenario also reminds us why we remain fascinated by dinosaurs. They're not just bones in a museum, they're legends of power, survival, and dominance. Every fossil tells a story, and every comparison sparks new debates. Even though Giganotosaurus likely wins this duel, the fight symbolizes the balance of nature. There's always a bigger predator, always a new strategy, always a new ruler in the endless story of life on Earth. And that's the magic of what-if battles. They let us reimagine history, explore the impossible, and connect with creatures that once ruled the planet. Science and imagination come together in a way that keeps these giants alive in our minds. So, the verdict, in a one-on-one, Giganotosaurus wins. But Allosaurus still shines as a symbol of speed, teamwork, and resilience. Both deserve their place as legends of the prehistoric world. Which side are you on, Team Giganotosaurus or Team Allosaurus? Drop your answer in the comments and let the debate continue. Because in the end, every great battle lives on, not just in history, but in the imaginations of those who dare to ask, what if?